Hey guys, and welcome to a cjahosting tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to install WordPress. So once, you won't see what I see obviously, you might do, you might not do. So once you have got your website and your cPanel ready, click on the cPanel button, which is just a CP. Lovely, and then all of your website stuff will come up. You'll see your primary domain, which means ssrpc.co.uk, the IP address, obviously that will be covered. All your main things like file manager, SQL databases, but domains, subdomains, redirects. This is currently a redirected domain because it's not in use anymore. But however, I'm going to show you how to download WordPress, install it, and get it working. On this website already, it is installed, so I will only show you the main key bits about it and just show you how I've done it. So when you come onto your cPanel, you'll see obviously all your main files, databases, domains, emails, metrics, security, software, advanced, preferences, and then it's not in any of them, it's in script. So you can see here WordPress in the bottom left, so we'll click on that, and then you can see all of WordPress. As you can see, ours is already installed. This was one of my old websites that I don't use no longer. As I'll show you now, it's a redirect to my main website. So what we're going to do is when you get onto here, you'll see this software setup, leave it as that unless you want it something else, but I always leave it as the default. Choose your installation URL, so you've got your main one. I always change HTTPS, makes it that little bit safer, and then your SSL can come through, make sure it has the secureness. Then you've got SSRPC, MDT, that's my main domain, subdomain. So you'll have your main domain obviously with the WordPress, or you could have your subdomain, it depends on you. You might have code, pure code for that, and then you might go, you know what, the subdomain can be a WordPress site. However, you don't want WP at the end, because when you do search the website, it will be like this. And we don't want the WordPress bit there. Less professional in my opinion, and it just doesn't look quite right. So you'll see, get rid of that. Site name, so obviously WordPress description, and then let's just say okay. Then obviously your admin password and login. You will need to obviously generate sort of things like this, and it's admin. I normally put something related to it, so as you can see. But you could just put make it so someone wouldn't guess this or this. If you've got your own obviously password, type your own password, but if you don't, just click the little key symbol right here and it'll give you a strong password. Your admin email will obviously be admin@ssrpc.co.uk. If you haven't set up an admin email, sorry, it won't be at ssrpc.co.uk, it'll be at whatever you've got, but that's mine for example. If you obviously don't have an admin email, it's quite simple to set up. That'll be in a different tutorial on how to set emails up and how to set restrictions, and that's it. Set language, so for me it's English, for anybody else it could be anything. Most of my clients are English, but that doesn't, there's obviously a wide variety here, so you've got Arabic, etc. So you can select some plugins, limit the loginizer, so that means if you've failed to log in, let's say 12 times, then you're gonna not be able to log in, and it'll send out certain things to your emails. I don't put that on because sometimes when as a CEO of a company, I've got that many passwords for stuff. It just sometimes your passwords override conflict. I don't like all my passwords being exactly the same. There is slight differences to my passwords, but I have wrote them all down. Good thing to do. Or if you've got something on your computer or iPad, phone, that you could type it in, something that's secure. I know there's a lot of sort of password protectors out there and things that can keep them safe, but I just do it the old-fashioned way and write it all down. So here you go. So you'll see your database name If you don't want it to be WordPress 3.5.1, you can definitely change that to whatever you fancy. It could be primary database, but it don't have to be. And then that's normally all of this I don't like to mess with. Oh, there you go, it's got to have a shorter one, so let's try primary. Let's try primary. Well, primary is going to work, see? So it can't be too long, but then you know that's your primary database, and everything that goes on within the database is just obviously primary. But it could be whatever yours is primary. You can set that to anything you want, literally. The rest I normally leave, but you could do an auto update. I don't, just because if it updates something I don't want it to update, then yeah. Auto upgrade WordPress plugins, again, I don't do that in case it doesn't satisfy my needs or the client's needs. Auto upgrade WordPress themes, again, I wouldn't do that without obviously having a look into what the updates are. Backup location, local folder, etc. You could set this up, depends on the person. And then you got your themes, obviously. You don't have to choose a theme off the bat. You can just go with it and click install. So once you click install, you will see it will do like a loading bar, and then it'll go to 100, and then that's you done. So here we go. Once your WordPress is installed, you'll have something looking like this. You won't have Elementor, you'll have Lightspeed, because that's a new thing we do offer. As you can see, as this website's not in use, there is 2 updates. I use Elementor quite regularly. I find it very useful when it comes to setting up websites and doing stuff for clients. But it's all pretty much it. Once you've got onto your website, obviously, excuse me. Once you've got onto your website, you can see here's your appearance and themes. We use Astra on this website, quite a simple theme to use. Again, you don't really have to go out and use theme. You could use a standard theme that you bring with you, or you could just click add new theme and then filter them. So you might want, let's say, e-commerce, apply filters, boom. So for your selling side of things, if you want to sell things, again, there's hundreds of them out there. Some of them you might have to pay for, some of them you don't. So just find the one that suits you best. Like construction there, really good. Look at how simple it is. You always look for simplicity, and then you always look into it in more detail. So a client comes to me and goes, I want this, 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 and this. I go, right, let me find them key points and then send them some of these. Or they go, we'll do it by code instead, and then we'll go, right, okay, we'll do it by code. But it really depends on the client. Again, when you're new to sort of website development, doing websites, I suggest you use a template, due to the fact it's less stress. It is a lot more easier. It is a drag and drop system. People can use drag and drop systems quite regularly, because Wix, everybody normally uses Wix as a starter. So yeah, so that's the WordPress themes. Obviously you'll have plugins and stuff already installed. You can just go straight up in bulk actions, delete, apply. You'll get rid of all of them. Same for appearances and templates. Company phone, going off there, we can just go straight on. So you can delete them if you want, or keep them on there. They won't do anything if they just sat there. As you can see, we went through 4 different ones before we found the one for us. Obviously your menus is, as you can see here, this used to be a gaming community, if you're wondering. You've got your main home page, about, then you've got divisions, and you've got your sub items. If you want me to go into more detail on this, please let me know and we will. But then you've got your Lightspeed's a new thing that we've offered. As you see, a lot of it's already been done for you. But apart from that, you see your dashboard. This is your WordPress welcome, and apart from that, I'll be honest with you, this is pretty much it. You've just got to go for the drag and drop system, which I'm about to show you. So as you see, this is my old website, so let's go into edit with Elementor. This is what I've used, so don't expect that to be there when you've got your website, because that's a plugin and a theme together. So you can see here, drag and drop system. If they got a padlock on them, they are unavailable. You can see that says Pro, so just drop them down. Have a look what we've got. You can go Pro if you want. Well, I can provide a Pro with a certain situation, but that's pretty much it. You've got all your basics. I know some people like to have certain things that are locked. If you are one of those people and you come to me and say, but I want let's say, I don't know, products, let's say you want these products one, you can just have a look at it before you decide, so you'll see it in action and then it's like that. Don't get me wrong, it looks quite nice, however it can be quite costly as well, so I'd have to have a speak with the team about that. But if you've got custom HTML, we have some custom HTML somewhere on this form, so you could just drag it down here, title it, and then you could have your HTML all the way down there. It's really easy to use. So let's say you want a video as well, just drag and drop, but there's no point me going into so much detail on Elementor because some of you guys won't use Elementor. So amazing. That is pretty much how you set up your main WordPress site, and this is what your cPanel looks like. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see some of you come back for the next tutorial, which is going to be how to install Elementor and use it.